Hi everyone, I am Syed Musa Kaleem and today we are going to talk about the model validation in MVC. So let's get started. I'm gonna create one model in our model folders called register. Let's add it here and give the name register. I'm gonna add some properties in that, like email address, and I'm gonna give this property name as username, and let's take it as password. I'm gonna give some attributes to these properties, like this one is required, it is showing me that error there, so we need to solve that by clicking control and dot. Yeah, you can using system dot component model dot data annotations. Let's click enter and add some message here. This field can't be empty. Okay, and let's take a data type attribute here. Since it is email address, we are going to take this data type as email address and add one error message in that. If the user tries to enter the string which is not email address, so I'm gonna show you how to add the error message in that email address. And this email isn't valid. Please check and try again. Let's add required field attribute to this username, and error message will be same as of email address property. Let's copy and paste it here, and I'm gonna give required field here also, and I'm gonna copy this error message from the username and copy here. I'm gonna create view for this model called register in our home folder. Here it is. Add a new view, new item, MVC view page. This view name should match the name of the model. It's a convention. I'm gonna take h1 tag here and says register your account here. Let's add action in our home controller. Let's open this controller folder, open home controller, action here called register. Like I said, this action name should match the name of the view and the model. It is giving me error because I am not returning anything from this action. We have to return view here. As you can see, the error goes from here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna return the view here, which is of form, which I have not created yet. Let's create form here. ASP controller. Our controller is, let's close this form. Our controller is home, and ASP action. Our action is register. Method is should be post because we are posting. The role of the form is form, and ASP route URL. ASP URL, I think so. It's not showing. Let's leave it. Take one div tag here, call form horizontal, because we are going to create horizontal form in this view, and add a div tag for the validation. ASP validation summary equals to model only. Okay, and I'm gonna create a form group here, form group, and let's add a label in it for our email address. I have not included our model here in our view. Let's include our model. First ASP code dot models dot register. Here it is. Let's take exam ASP for, and we have to match this ASP for attribute to our property. We are matching this property to the email address. Yeah, you can see that it is showing the email address in the IntelliSense. This is the power of Visual Studio. And let's take a class here called form control. No, it's a control label, I think so. Yeah, you can see. And to make it responsive, I'm gonna take column medium device 2, and I'm gonna take another div tag column medium 10. Let's open this div tag and add input tag in that. ASP for, same as the above label. Take a class, it should be form control. Take a span, ASP validation for email address. Let's close this. We have created a form group for the email address. Like this, we have to create more two form groups for username and password. So let's copy this, paste it here. Username, let's copy this username in this input tag, and in this I forgot to mention the class of this pan should be text danger. Let's add this class attribute to this pan tag also. It is necessary. Copy this div tag and paste it here. Change this username to password because we are done with email address and username. Take this password, paste it here and here also. Now we are done. Let's go to our controller, add attribute here, and we are checking that model state is valid or not. If it is valid, then redirect to the action which is index. Okay, and in this view I am returning a model which is register model. So let's save this and run our application. Yeah, it is running now. Yeah, it is running on the local host, as you can see, 52994. This is our local host, which is IIS Express. We are running this application on IIS Express, which is our local web server. Let's give the controller name first and give action name now, so that it can redirect to our page. I'm getting an issue here. I have to include another action for the get attribute. It should be similar to the previous one. Let's make this and add attribute here, http get. This action is for http get, means if the user wants to see the view, and this action is for post, http post, when user submit some or enter some details. Let's stop debugging this and run our application now. Let's see it will work or not. Give controller name and action name. Yeah, it is showing me we haven't included our submit button there. Let's add the submit button in that view. Let's take form group, add button in that. The type should be submit and the value of the button I'm giving it as register. And I'm giving this input tag class equals to form control. No, to make it responsive I'm gonna give this 12. Okay, let's run it again. I forgot to give the input button there. Now I have given. Let's give the controller name and the action name is register. Yeah, you can see here. I'm gonna add email address and name as Mark and password is yeah. As you can see, it is redirecting to the index page because this if statements returns true. Let's try with some different values. Let's try to submit this form without any values. Yeah, it is giving me an error. This field can't be empty, which we have given in our register model. As you can see, I have given this required attribute here and the error message. This attributes are showing the error on the view. So this is all about the MVC model validation.